Forward, standing 6'10", number 33, Leonard Miller. At the point guard position, standing 6'4", number 0, Dante DiVincenzo. At center, standing 6'9", number 11, yes indeed, it's Nabi. At small forward, 67 inches, number 8, OG Anunoby. He's anywhere from game 1, 6'5", and the Timberwolves 1, Anthony Edwards. That passes your Minnesota Timberwolves is Chris Gibbons. Once again, the stars for your Minnesota Timberwolves.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Up front, it's Gordon and Valanciunas. And it's Dropper in at the small forward. And for Minnesota, guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Miller is out there with Anunoby. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
DiVincenzo against Murray. Picked by Reed. Here he goes. And they pick up 2.
Quick feet there by DiVincenzo. Once he gets a step on the defense, it's a wrap.
Pass to Brown. Murray sets a screen for Brown. Now Gordon. Off target with his 3. And here is DiVincenzo. There's a nice one-handed slam.
DiVincenzo's got major bounce now. This kid is a big-time leaper. He can play at the rim and above it, too.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Murray looking around. Reed against Valanciunas. Pass to Strother. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Murray. And another miss by Denver.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Coach told me Jamal Murray is at the top of their scouting report. He said to me pregame, Murray is the ideal combo guard. He can excel on or off the ball. That is what makes him tough to deal with. You just never know how he'll attack you. Back to you, Kevin.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. This has truly been a special era, Clark, for this Nuggets franchise.
You know, it has been. There's no denying it. Over the last 5 years, they've held the second-best regular season record after the Celtics. Of course, the franchise got its first NBA title in 2023, thanks to the all-time greatness of Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now here's Edwards. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. And it's Miller on the foul. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Timberwolves break the game.
The hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. The Timberwolves, number 1.
Well, you've got to love the shot selection lately. I mean, this team, the ball is finding the open man.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Launches a 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Here's Ball. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. To the inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Off to a perfect start, and you can see their confidence growing.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Pass to Brown. Back to Murray. In the corner, it's Gordon. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time. Bench players that contributed last game, their bench came alive.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Ball. Scoreless thus far. And he gets it to go.
Boy, so good at threading the needle. Awesome pass, the size and passing ability of Ball. Tough to defend against.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Now Murray. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
Edwards with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Reed. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wide open look here for Murray. Again, the miss by Murray. Timberwolves leading by 3. Reed with the screen on Murray. Over in the corner, Edwards. Offline with his 3. Nuggets have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Outside, Ball. Back to Edwards. Reed with the screen on Brown. Outside, Edwards. They set the pick to the paint. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
You know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Now here's Murray. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. And the 3 off target. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Reed with a screen on Brown. Ball from long range. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Gordon. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Let's see some of the numbers here for Dante DiVincenzo. Minnesota leading by 6. Pass to Berenger. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Brown, the pass to Murray. Now Brown. Now here's Valanciunas. Guarded by Reed. Here's Brown. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
One of the things you like about Brown is that he's just got a good feel for how to play and how to get his offense going from a variety of spots.
Now here's Edwards. Still scoreless. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DiVincenzo. He's playing well this season, averaging about 11 points, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. You can't understate his impact on the backboard.
Right. I mean, that's where he's one of the best in the business. Hard to outfight him on the glass.
Cameron Johnson's checked in for the Nuggets. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Christian Brown. To the middle. Johnson kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Hardaway. Shot clock at 3. Over Edwards. Reed with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down. He is that open.
Inside. Here's Berenger. Collects the 2-pointer near the hoop. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo. An unselfish player, always looking to make the extra pass.
An NBA champion with the Bucks. Clark, what do you think about Dante DiVincenzo?
Boy, the guy's a winner. I mean, I think about his spectacular performance in the championship game back in 2018. And then he plays hard all the time. I mean, he's willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. And his defense and three-point shooting bring great value to this team. The pick, then points from Reed. He's a mobile big who operates well in the pick and roll.
Outside Hardaway. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Edwards, good. And it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Outside Hardaway. Valanciunas sets a screen for Hardaway. Puts up a deep 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Murray with it. He has 6. Valanciunas with a screen on DiVincenzo. There's Gordon with the three. Hits it from three-point range. Gordon's got 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Timberwolves leading by 7. We've got Ball. He's out there with Jose Alvarado. And it's Juzang in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. The shot's good. 6 points for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Hardaway. No good with the wing jumper.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
It's a pick by Love to the inside and stolen by Watson. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Off target from three-point range. Minnesota shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Ellis is checked in for Minnesota. And Denver also making a switch. Holmes checked in. To the middle. Holmes with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play. The next shot and your results, they'll be the results. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. To the paint. Minnesota again turning it over.
First and fewest turnovers per. First in opponent points per game. And they're number 2 in field goal percentage. Coach is dialing up the right system that fits their personnel.
And to have the fewest turnovers in the league, I know that's a stat that would make any coach happy. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Boreas checked in, and a switcher also for Denver. Tyson's checked in. Hardaway for 3. Rebound Love.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's a pick by Love. And it's Ball in the corner. From beyond the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. OG Anunoby's checked in for Love. Edwards comes in for Lonzo Ball. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Berea. And then for Denver, Authors checked in. And Christian Brown subbed in for Cameron Johnson.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas. His lack of offense is certainly not helping. Tough to overcome that.
There's the pick. Down low. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now it's an 11-point Minnesota lead. Pass to Strother. And here's Watson. Still yet to score. Hardaway with a wide-open look. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. Murray for three, and Watson slams it in.
Well, Jamal Murray comes off that screen looking for his own shot, but he saw a lane open up and set his teammate up instead.
Here's Alvarado. Over in the corner, Edwards. Edwards with confidence.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for OG Anunoby. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Jose Alvarado. And Denver also making a switch. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Hardaway. Brown against Reed. Murray outside. 6 to shoot. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, that's just playing smart basketball that time. Murray doing a really good job to set himself up to get free for his shot.
Now Edwards. 5 points in the game. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Brown. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves leading by 12. Reed with a screen on Murray. The shot's good from DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 4 points this quarter. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Gordon's checked in for Valanciunas. Here's Gordon. He's got 5. Pass to Brown. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Gordon, the pass to Brown. Denver passing it around. Watson's shot is good.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Mark, there's no question Peyton Watson is a player on the rise.
Yeah, and I think his ceiling is pretty high. I mean, he's a high-effort guy, seems to be a high-character guy because he's always ready whenever his number is called, and he produces in short stints of playing time. And the versatility he brings defensively, major value added.
Strother, good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, I tell you what, passes like that from Murray will keep his teammates working hard to get open because they know he'll find them.
To the paint. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. He's got 16.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Murray with the bounce pass. Here's Gordon. Drops in the layup for 2. Gordon's got 7 points.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Nuggets third, fifth the Timberwolves.
You know, it's been interesting to see both clubs really clamping down with their pressure on the ball defensively. I mean, forcing turnovers and then getting out in transition to score.
Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Murray. Freeman misses. The Nuggets trail by 11. Now here's Murray. 8 points for him. Pass to Strother. Off target from outside. Minnesota's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Over in the corner, Ellis. Minnesota gets it back. A new shot clock of 14 seconds. Brown with it, picked up by Ellis. Now Murray. To the middle. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
Ellis against Gordon. Back to Ellis. Inside, here's Freeman. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
.135 left here in the second. In the corner, it's Gordon. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gordon's got 12 points in the game.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
Back to Alvarado. Clock at 6. To the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Freeman's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Juzang can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 8. Driving in. A nice shot by Brown.
Brown is a fantastic athlete. I love when he's jetting and knifing inside like this.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Alvarado with it. No scoring in this one. Here's Freeman, defended by Gordon. The 15-footer, and it's Denver scoring again.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
He got it up, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Timberwolves on top. They're up by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Well, right now for the Nuggets, they've had some hiccups early on, but I don't think that takes away from the potential of this team. With their talent and coaching, they could easily mount a challenge for the top spot before it's over.
Getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in, accepting their roles, playing well in the minutes they're getting.
I'll take your word on this one, Kenny. You're the backup expert.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Timberwolves leading by 4. Let's head to the sideline and get some news on Valanciunas. Allie, take it away.
Guys, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Denver. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. And to have an injury like this so early on in the season isn't easy, but they're confident that they'll be fine while they wait for him to come back. They certainly have a next man up mentality, guys.
Allie, thanks as always. Guys, it doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Second half is underway, and here's who David Adelman's got on the floor. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Aiden Watson is out there with Gordon, and it's Dropper in at the 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Shots good by Miller.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
For 3, Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Reed with a screen on Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I like the fact that Reed is pretty crafty. He's got a good understanding and feel for the game. I mean, he makes plays, especially around the hoop, that other big men can't.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Keon Ellis, he's checked in for Minnesota. Ball comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the second free throw, good. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Watson, and Watson slams it in.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that 2-hander.
Edwards.
Hey!
Oh, my, what a play.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Ellis against Murray. In the corner, it's Brown. No good from outside.
Yeah, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And for Christian Brown, 3 high school state titles. Then a national championship in college. And now Clark, an NBA champion in Denver.
Yeah, you can count the guys that have done that in the history of the NBA on maybe 2 hands. It might only be 1. You have to categorize him as a winner, if nothing else. I mean, and his game is all about quality. I mean, he does everything. He moves well without it. He can shoot it. He can drive it. He defends well. I mean, he's just a throwback all-around good guard.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players in school participated in different sports depending on the season. He He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Back to you guys.
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, we thank you. Out left to the wing. Brown with it. Now guarded by Ball. Murray, no good.
As he often does, he gets to the rim. But that's just stellar defense.
For three, Edwards. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Murray. 11 points in the game. Pass to Watson. Here's Strother. And again, Denver with the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 14 points. Love with the screen on Brown. Love, no good. The Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Strother. And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, slick pass by Murray. He makes such an effort to create for his teammates.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Love with the screen on Murray. Here's Ball. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. Nuggets have gone somewhat so far 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Pass to Watson. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Good pass by Murray there. He's always looking to get others involved in the action.
Love with the screen for Edwards. Anthony Edwards hammers it home.
How about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
Here's Murray. Pass to Brown. Here's Strother. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 6. And here's Edwards. 12 points for him. To the middle. And Brown pulls it down. Here's Strother. Now, here's Watson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now, Ball. Pass to Edwards. Down low. It's stolen by Watson. Murray outside. Here's Strother. Denver passing it around. Gordon with no one around. Drills it from outside. Gordon's got 17.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Nuggets. Now we get a chance to view the NBA leaders in assists. 4th, Dante DiVincenzo.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Miller with a screen on Hardaway. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. He's got 12.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Strother. 4 on the shot clock. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Now here's DiVincenzo. 12 points for him. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
I really like how he's playing tonight. Taking good, smart shots, playing his game.
In the corner, it's Brown. Back to Gordon. In the corner, it's Brown. Offline with his three. Timberwolves leading by 7. Ellis surveying the D. Miller sets a screen for Ellis. To the paint. From the low block. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
The Nuggets trail by 9. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third. Pass to Strother. And another miss by Denver.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
DiVincenzo passes to Reed, and Reed throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 1:17 left to play here in the third. Najee passes to Watson. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Juzang. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Juzang's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Hardaway kicks to Watson. Murray outside. After Najee. Back to Murray. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Murray's got 14 points for the game. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. The three. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. The Nuggets trail by 11. Johnson in the corner. Takes the three. Another three for Denver.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Kevin Love out there with Edwards. Then it's Jose Alvarado. Then it's Ball. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Hardaway from outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
That's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Ball against Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Murray outside. Najee. It's good on the putback.
Putting in the effort to get a second chance look. Nice.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. 6-point game. And Love has it in the corner. No good with the triple. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Najee, good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now.
Count the basket. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Pass to Watson. It's hauled in by Edwards. Minnesota shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. And Edwards with the stuff.
That's all weight room right there. Edwards powers through the contact for the hoop and the harm.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
One shot. And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
A superstar level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skill.
Murray finds Watson. Hooked away. Stolen by Ball. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Wednesday, they'll host the Washington Wizards.
And for that game against the Kings, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
Free throw good, Alvarado. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Love's checked in. Both free throws good from Alvarado. The Nuggets trail by 11. Murray kicks to Watson. The Nuggets with another miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Love with the screen on Johnson. Ball, the pass to Love. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
And the big man, Love, setting that screen so that he can slip it and get in scoring position.
Here's Murray.
Okay, all right. I see you, Jamal. A little extra on that one. Murray with some flash on the flush.
Miller with a screen on Murray. Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Murray. Out to Edwards. 5 to shoot. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Hardaway sets a screen from Murray. Driving to the basket. Off with the layup. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Love with the screen on Murray. And it's Miller in the corner. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Holmes. The Nuggets trail by 13. Holmes throws it down.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
And it's Miller in the corner. Here's Love. Misses the layup.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Johnson, the pass to Murray. Back to Johnson. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Love's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Alvarado with it. Love with the screen on Murray. Here's Alvarado, and the layup is good. Alvarado's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle them up right away. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen on, guys.
Allie, thank you so much.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's Juzang, pass to Berenger. Here's Juzang, covered by Brown. Reed with a screen on Brown. It's stolen by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Lob pass to Gordon. They swipe it. Here's Juzang. Inside, Hardaway with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now for three. Murray. And again, it's the Nuggets from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Outside, Barea deflects the pass and stolen by Murray. To the paint, here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. The Nuggets making a switch here. Watson's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 5. Reed with a screen on Murray. DiVincenzo finds Reed. Here's Anunoby. Good on the triple. Anunoby's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Confident shot from Anunoby there, showing he's very comfortable rising up off the catch.
And that one's good. Strother.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
And here is DiVincenzo. And stolen by Gordon. Brown. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
A huge delivery by Brown. He continues to expand his role in the clutch.
Now Anunoby. Edwards looking it over. Let's lose a 3. Can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 3. Now Brown. Now here's Murray. Now Gordon. Pocket 6. Rebounded by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Led by as many as 14 points. Here's Reed. Nice use of the glass in the finish.
You can see why they turned to Reed in that moment. He is a heater.
Here's Murray up on top. Defended by DiVincenzo. Count the basket.
One thing you can certainly be certain of with Murray and about Murray, he's not afraid of taking big shots.
Outside Edwards. Now Anunoby beyond the arc. The putback, Reed. The second chance shot is good.
Saving that trip. Nas Reed turning a miss into a bucket.
On the free throw, no good. The Nuggets trail by 5. Now Murray, and they double up Murray. From deep, Green from outside.
So many of the plays they're running are designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Love check in for the Timberwolves. Lonzo Ball comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Anunoby. The putback. Gordon with the rebound. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
The Timberwolves shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Reed with a screen on Brown.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. To take the lead, knocks down the three.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
Outside Edwards. Now Miller. Flees it in off the window.
That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. So I'm looking at the clock. And guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game.
Minnesota making a switch. Edwards against Brown. Here's Murray. For three. The three doesn't go. And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. That's a lot for two.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And now, our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.